Hey guys, it's time to tell you about my biggest mistake, donating a super chat to a YouTube live stream for VidIQ. Let's get into it. I've always been a fan of VidIQ live streams because of the help and support that they offer people. It's hosted by Dan and Rob by VidIQ, with various VidIQ members taking turns in participating in offering advice to people who want to further their YouTube careers. I'll include a link to the description below for you in case you want to check out VidIQ. I myself was interested in the one-on-one coaching services that they offer, particularly that you get that more direct support, probably some personal attention, and most importantly, how to further your own goals and YouTube careers depending on what channel you want to develop. But the thing is for me is that this price of these services, beyond the standard subscription, it was just too high. Like other people in life, I have many other priorities, family, obviously house, things like that. So obviously justifying a cost for such a service has never been in my wheelhouse. This kind of brought me down a little bit because I thought I would not be able to get the same kind of edge that other people do in their YouTube careers. Maybe there's people that have got this service and probably felt the benefits of it a lot faster, whereas I've obviously had to figure everything out on my own with less support. And this obviously it was a bit of a disappointment. So at one point, it did seem a little bit hopeless, and then it dawned on me that during the live stream, they offer chances to donate super chats for questions. And also you can put your hat in the ring to get your channel reviewed by them as well. The trouble is with that is that there's so many applications, you'll be lucky to be picked for that. But a super chat will guarantee you an answer to a question that you ask. So for anyone who doesn't know, a super chat will guarantee you a certain number of characters, depending on how much you donate. As it turned out, £10 for me got me 200 characters, and that was enough to tailor a question that only spoke to my needs as a YouTube creator, and also told them a little bit about who I was to help them out there as well. And my idea was that they would answer that question in full, and then somehow I'd be able to sort of move forward. I really crafted a question. I thought about it carefully. What's going to speak to my worries as a YouTube creator, and what is going to tell them a little bit about me and my circumstances at the same time, so they can understand the challenges I face. One of them being that, being a family man, I have limited time and I have to make the best use of that time. So that's the biggest challenge, doing YouTube creation on the side in addition to having a full-time job and obviously a family to take care of. I really dug in deep and I thought about this question, and I felt like I finally nailed it and I was ready to ask the question. I even had a moment on the live stream where me and Rob felt like we shared a moment about God of War.
Now I will agree, God of War 10 of 10. I can accept that as an experience because that is an incredible game.
Hey, you're talking about me, right?
No, this isn't about you, God of Thunder. So when it came time to ask the question, I put it to them, and this is what happened.
Yes. Spooter's Web says, can I post multiple game genres on the same channel, or do I need to pick one channel per genre? I want to keep things fresh by making different videos, but worry about spreading myself too thin as a family man. I'm just going to jump in and say, linked in the description of this video are a bunch of gaming videos. The first one is the updated gaming advice video, I believe, from this year. And what I would tell you is that I've changed my stance on this dramatically, depending on how you're approaching this content. So your channel shouldn't be, in my opinion, okay, well, I got to play this one game. It's how you play the game. So genre can matter a lot, because the channels that I think of that play multiple games do typically stick to one genre. But we were just on Doug's channel. He bounces from genre. You got 2D platformers, you got Skyrim, he's got all kinds of stuff, but it's the way he plays the game. So think about what makes you as a YouTuber unique and consider that above all else.
And yeah, why do you watch other gaming channels that play different games? We're looking for a through line, something that connects all of these adventures together. It might be the creator themselves, or it might be the idea and the concept that they bring to those games.
So that answer wasn't really what I expected. I don't feel it really addressed the concerns that I had, and it felt like they were sort of just pivoting to another video as opposed to helping me. Pivot! So needless to say, when you've paid £10, yes, it's not a lot of money, but at the same time, the value that I got back for what I was doing and the effort that I made, I just initially didn't feel that. So was I just robbed by Dan and Rob on the live stream? Again, just pivoting to another video rather than tailoring the response to my perfectly tailored question. Pivot! I just wanted the truth.
You can't handle the truth!
Well, what was I really hoping to achieve here? Did I think that some sort of magic answer was going to come out of this live stream answer? and sort of give me the support that I needed, and then I'd be able to go on my YouTube journey on my own. I even watched back the recording just to make sure I didn't miss anything. But suffice it to say, there were no different words. There was no words that I missed. And in that respect, still a bit of a disappointment. So with some grumbling, I did go back to the video that they recommended. As it turns out, it was in my watch later list and I'd already seen it. So that in itself made it a little bit more aggravating, because I was thinking that I've watched it before, and even if I've watched it before, then clearly it wasn't valuable to me in my circumstances, but I watched it anyway. And this is what I learned.
Gaming channels are really jumping into this space. You should really start paying attention to video essays. Video essays, or some might even consider them documentaries, are really cool for a bunch of reasons. One, they allow you to create at a slower pace. You can play your game, take some notes, and really craft a video over a long period of time. Two, since you're uploading less, you only need to think of one title and thumbnail combination rather than a whole bunch over the course of a week or a month. And three, you get to enjoy games a lot more rather than if you just picked up a new game and pressed record to get content out as fast as you can.
So that's a YouTube video on how to grow a gaming channel in 2024. And you know what? Some of the advice I'd actually forgotten. And it rings true to a new perspective in a way that I didn't realize. One of the things it showed was that you can do a gaming retrospective. So you can do one video, you can take as much time on it as needed to get that quality in about your entire experience with one game. And then that video can be released, just one video game, carefully narrated into a storytelling arc, can really be effective and it can explode. Quality over quantity, having that balance. But this gives me hope. One video can pop off. One video, putting in all the effort that you can, everything you've got, all the skills that you learn in your own time, and you can take as much time with that as you need to get that quality there. And at the same time, once you release it, maybe you can go as far as others do. So maybe my journey will take longer than everyone else's because of my circumstances, but it doesn't mean I can't reach it. There was some logic to what Dan and Rob said after all. So looking back, I did realize that super chats for a VidIQ live stream will not always guarantee you personalized advice. That's one mistake. But what is gleaned from that is that there has been other advice given that I understand in a whole new light than before I did ask the question.
But if you're thinking about donating a super chat to any YouTube advice, consider it carefully and what you want from it. Make sure that what you want from it isn't much more than what you can expect to gain from it. Hopefully this video gives you some insight into that. If you find that you've taken YouTube advice that hasn't panned out or has just completely been inaccurate, you can let me know in the comments. Also, if you'd enjoyed the video, just leave a like for me. That'd be great. See you next time.